Have you ever felt that pit in your stomach when you think about your bank account? You know, that nagging feeling that no matter what you do, money is just this constant source of stress? Well, it turns out you are definitely not alone. This feeling is pretty much universal, and it has a huge impact on our overall happiness.
And I'm not just saying that. It's not just a hunch. Researchers have known for a long time that money is one of the biggest triggers for stress for all of us, for individuals and for entire families. It's a well-documented part of just being human.
But the story here is a little more complex than just, income versus expenses. What if the real root of all this financial anxiety is buried way deeper, somewhere we almost never think to look?
So to really get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at the data. I mean, we all kind of assume money and happiness are linked, right? But a pretty recent study shows that the connection is way more specific than you might think.
So this study published in Frontiers in Psychology took a close look at over 1,200 workers in Peru. And it gives us this really solid scientific foundation to understand the direct line between what's in our wallet and what's going on in our heads.
The researchers found this really powerful direct link. Basically, what this number means is that the better a person felt about their financial situation, the better they felt about their life as a whole. It's a super clear positive connection. When our finances feel stable, our overall well-being gets a serious boost.
But, and this is a big but, on the flip side, financial stress did the exact opposite. The study found that as money stress went up, a person's satisfaction with their life went down. It's like when we're constantly worried about money, it directly chips away at our ability to feel good about where we are in life.
Okay, and here's where things get really interesting. See how financial well-being boosts everything, but financial stress? It's more specific. It directly attacks our satisfaction with life, that conscious thought of, how are things going for me? It's almost like a targeted missile aimed right at our happiness.
So if we know financial health is good for us and financial stress is bad for us, why is it so hard to get it right? Why do we make decisions with money that, let's be honest, sometimes feel completely irrational, maybe even out of our own control? Well, the answer lies in this really powerful psychological concept. These are the invisible forces, the secret rules that are dictating our financial lives without us even realizing it.
Yeah, they're called money scripts. According to research from the Journal of Financial Therapy, these are core, often unconscious beliefs we have about money. We just absorb them when we're kids, from our parents, our experiences, our culture, and they stick with us for life. Think of them like the operating system running in the background of your mind. You don't see it, but it's controlling everything. They're the hidden rules telling you how to act, what to feel, and what to worry about when it comes to money. And it turns out there are 4 main types. So let's meet the first of these 4 scripts. This one is incredibly common, and it's all rooted in this deep sense of negativity and even guilt around the idea of money. At their core, the money avoider fundamentally believes that wealth is somehow a corrupting force. They might feel that having money automatically makes you a bad person, or maybe that they personally just aren't worthy of financial success. So how does this actually show up in real life? Well, an avoider often sees rich people as greedy and thinks there's something noble about poverty. This can lead them to unconsciously sabotage their own careers, avoid spending money even on things they really need, or even give money away just to get rid of the discomfort of having it.
All right, next up, we have a script that is pretty much the polar opposite, and honestly, it's one our culture pushes on us constantly.
The money worshiper lives by the mantra, if I just had more money. They are absolutely convinced that a bigger bank account is the single key to unlocking a life that's free of problems and full of happiness. For the worshiper, there is never enough. This belief can fuel workaholism, always chasing that next paycheck, or compulsive spending to get that temporary hit of freedom or power. And, probably not surprising, this script is strongly linked to carrying a lot of credit card debt.
Our third script is all about tying money to your identity. It's about what your money says about you to the rest of the world. For the status seeker, it's a simple and often pretty brutal equation. The numbers in their bank account are a direct reflection of their value as a person. That's it.
And this script fuels a really competitive mindset. Status seekers often see a clear hierarchy. Rich people are winners, poor people must be lazy. This belief drives them to overspend on flashy, brand-name items to project that image of success. Because in their mind, if it's not new, if it's not the best, it's not even worth having.
Okay, and finally, we have our 4th script. Now this one is tricky because on the surface, it seems like the most responsible one, but it definitely comes with its own hidden anxieties.
The money vigilant script is all about caution, secrecy, and always preparing for the worst-case scenario. These folks feel this constant need to be on guard, watchful over every single penny, because for them, financial danger could be lurking just around the corner. This leads to a huge focus on saving, sometimes to the point of being really secretive about their finances. They're often very frugal and super wary of debt. But the downside? There's this persistent anxiety that can make it incredibly difficult for them to actually enjoy the financial security they've worked so hard to build.
So, what does all this mean for you? The thing is, we all have a dominant money script, a silent author that's been shaping our financial story our entire lives. The goal here isn't to judge whether you're an avoider or a worshiper or a status seeker. The goal is just awareness. Because once you understand the script that's been running your life, you finally have the power to pick up the pen and rewrite it.